Welcome back, and now we're going to kick it on over to our on-the-spot correspondents, Matt and Bina, who are reviewing Encanto.
Hey guys, I'm Bina.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here today reviewing Encanto for OCS.
Let's check out a trailer.
Many years ago, this candle blessed our family with a miracle. Our house, our casita, came to life with magic.
Hola, casita.
Floors! Drawers! Let's go! In time, every member of our family,
Cecilia, up top!
was given their own magical gift.
I understand you. I'm not super strong like Luisa.
The donkey's got out again.
On it! Or effortlessly perfect like Señorita Perfecta Isabella. But Mama, why am I the only one that didn't get a gift?
You're just as special as anyone else in this family.
You just healed my hand with an arepa con queso.
Casita?
What's going on?
The magic is in danger. We gotta get out of here!
We must protect our home. We must protect our family.
This is my chance. I will save the magic. Wait, how do I save the magic?
I'm losing my gift! Mirabel, the fate of the family is gonna come down to you.
I can't do this.
Let me help you. The rats told me everything. Don't eat those.
Even in our darkest moments, there's light where you least expect it. A lot of stairs. But at least I'll have a friend. Nope, you flew away immediately. Quitter!
So clearly from that trailer, Encanto was just amazing. I mean, I loved it wholeheartedly. Matt, what did you think? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Disney fan. I have been pretty much my entire life, whether it's going to Disney World or going to the movies with my family to see the movies. It was always sort of a tradition to go and see Disney movies. But now that I'm off in college, I really sort of forgot how magical they can be.
Yeah.
And, regardless of what mood you're in or what your main interests are, Disney is something to me that never really fails to entertain and inspire. And I think Encanto is no different.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the storyline, the animation, the music, it was amazing. I mean, let's talk about it. Lin-Manuel, he was behind it. The music, okay. My favorite has to be probably, I don't know. There's so many good ones to choose from.
Yeah, and
so the music. Right?
Another thing that I noticed when I was watching it was how big of a TikTok presence this movie has.
Yeah.
I think I heard like 3 or 4 different songs and different parts of songs that are all over TikTok, and I was like, oh my gosh, I literally know this entire soundtrack just from TikTok. So that was cool seeing a little bit more context behind what those songs are about. But I would say my favorite song was probably We Don't Talk About Bruno. Just because that's like, I know that's a super basic pick, but that's a very good song.
Speaking of TikTok, okay, I don't know about you, but I saw so many TikToks that were like theories about Encanto, and there were a lot of TikToks that were just pointing out things that maybe you didn't notice in the movie, and I was literally going down this wormhole. Just so many theories that I was like, wait, that makes sense. Talking about like, casita or abuela, like all these connections. I was like, wait, wait, it's crazy. I was literally going through a wormhole. But yeah, TikTok. People, they got their mind on this. This is crazy.
Yeah, and I think another thing was just one of the main things to me was it showed how important family and togetherness can really be. especially throughout like the main like climax and main conflict of the film. It really leans heavily on the idea that family is more important than anything materialistic. And in this case, I think they're talking about the magical powers and everything, and it really shows that family can go a long way towards helping.
Yeah, for sure. You know, family, and then like I think just a huge theme here with Encanto too was trauma. When we look at generational trauma, that was a huge theme here. When we look at the story of Abuela and how Casita came to be, and you know, the issue here with Casita falling apart, them losing their powers, and Mirabel never really feeling accepted, or just you know, all of these issues. And at the end, we find out, at least Mirabel finds out about Abuela's story, what she went through, right? And how she lost her husband, you know, and that's how Casita came to be, right? His sacrifice.
He sacrificed himself.
And I think Abuela never healed from that trauma, and that's why it transpired, you know, onto her kids, and then now onto her grandkids, and the way that she treats Mirabel, and the way that she treats Isabella. You know, she wants Isabella to be perfect, etc., etc. Like, she never healed from that trauma, and that transpired and went on to future generations, right? This story is very much about healing, very much about just a trauma that families need to heal from, that, you know, if you don't, it will continue. And I think that struck a chord with me, especially. I'm a daughter of refugees. My parents are refugees, and this is like a personal connection with me that I feel. So this definitely, like, it hit a chord, for sure.
Yeah. So what would you give it if you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you say?
You know, for me, I'd give it a 10. It was, I cried, I laughed. It was great.
Yeah, I was very afraid going in that I was going to cry.
Yeah.
I tend to not, but I was not expecting it to be as emotional as it was. I would give it a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
I think really the animation, like you said, the music, the voice acting, everything was just, it was great. It was a very typical Disney movie that somehow wasn't.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah. And now back to the studio.
That's all for this week. If you want to follow more Review Crew content, go to the Review Crew Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as Orange TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube.
Find the Review Q's podcast on Spotify or on our website at orangetvnetwork.syr.edu, where you can also find our blog and more OTN information.
Check out this week's screening hosted by University Union, House of Gucci. Also, be sure to check out Friday Night Movie Night on OTN. This week's movies are Steamboat Bill Jr. and Charade.
See you next week.